Ideally, having someone in the building, being with that education background is usually a great fit. And I would say our percentages are probably a little higher than most schools. Talking to athletic directors, even in our area, that is a struggle to get teachers. And part of the problem is most school districts haven't been hiring in West Michigan or even in Michigan. It used to be you'd bring in 10 or 12 teachers every year. In a building this size, and chances are 2 or 3 of them would be interested in coaching. Well, last few years we're only bringing in 1 or 2 teachers at most. I mean, there's been several years where we had very little or no no new hires. So obviously you have to find people from the outside. But there are coaching programs. I think there's a lot of mentorship, not only within a program, not saying all right, the soccer coaches kind of work with the relationship between our coaches is pretty good. Our boys lacrosse coach, for example, works a lot with the football program, and I know he's met with Ralph numerous times. How do you set up these programs? How do tips on fundraising and so forth. Our coaches do a lot of that intermixing and sharing ideas. For the most part, our practices are open where other coaches will come in and observe somebody else, that's putting on a practice and see some of the organization, and they kind of, they learn from each other. And I would say especially some of those coaches, maybe they don't have that teaching background, have learned from watching and listening and sitting down with some of these other coaches.